What is up, guys? I'm Daddy Gamer Fred, back again with another Nintendo news update video. Now, Nintendo has just released information about them increasing the inventory of the Super NES Classic Edition and announced that the NES Classic Edition returned to stores in 2018. This news is coming from businesswire.com. I'm going to be reading their article about it, and it's pretty dope, so you can check it out in the description below if you want to. And basically going into it, it just says more units of the NES Classic Edition will ship on its September 29th launch day in the US than we shipped of their NES Classic Edition at all last year, with more shipments arriving in stores regularly. And then they go on and explain, due to the demand of the upcoming Super Nintendo Entertainment System Super NES Classic Edition systems, I could make that up if I wanted to, that crazy name. Nintendo plans to ship their retro-inspired product into 2018. Originally, shipments were announced to cease at the end of this calendar year. Now, that's great. Everyone knows that there's a big thing about pre-ordering and getting the Super Nintendo NES Classic Edition first, and it was a big thing. A lot of people weren't able to pre-order theirs, and everyone was wondering, are there going to be enough to go around and stuff like that. So it looks like Nintendo is actually shipping a lot of these things. From what we actually read earlier, it says that more units of its entire shipment of the original NES Classic. So hopefully we do see more of the Super NES Classic, just like it's saying. That is to be known. I'm just hoping we do see more units out in the wild. I'm hoping I find one out in the wild and they don't have to pay a scalper's price. Again, continuing, it says, in addition to more units of the Super Nintendo NES Classic Edition, we will ship on its September 29th launch day in the US. Then there were more shipped, last year. Reading the same thing. Fans have shown their unwilling enthusiastic for these classic edition systems, so Nintendo is working to put out as many as more of them on store shelves. And it goes into a little bit of specs of the NES Classic. I'm gonna read it real quickly. It says the Super NES, Classic Entertainment System features 21 legendary Super NES games, such as Super Mario World, which is probably a GOAT, definitely a GOAT, and then The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. And if that was all the system had, it would have two of the greatest games of all time. But they added a third one, which is Super Metroid, which I actually haven't beat. I have the copy of the 3DS Virtual Console version. I've been trying to chip away at it, but then I got the Switch, and then I basically stopped playing it cold turkey. I've been trying to jump back into it, but I really need to start again fresh from the beginning, which I actually don't have a problem doing with Metroid. So again, that's neither here or there. These are going to be great games in the Super Nintendo NES Classic. That's why everyone is going crazy for them. It's launching on September 29th at the suggested retail price of only $80. Super NES Classic Edition plugs directly into your TV using the provided HDMI cable and comes with 2 wired controllers. For more information about the Super NES Classic Edition, visit www.nintendo.com/super-nes-classic. Okay, now into the most shocking and exciting news of the bunch. It says next summer, Nintendo will bring back the Nintendo Entertainment System NES Classic Edition. That's the original one that came out last year that sold out like hotcakes. It says with new shipments. More information about the timing and the return of the NES Classic Edition will be announced in the future. And that's pretty much all the information we get. It says the NES Classic Edition features 30 classic NES games, such as the original Super Mario Brothers, The Legend of Zelda, Donkey Kong. For more information about the NES Classic Edition, visit www.nintendo.com/NES-classic it says no to the elevators, Nintendo press kits. Oh yeah, we know. again, I think the original NES Entertainment System, NES Classic Edition, coming back is probably the bigger news of this, and to me is the greater news of this. And my God, am I happy to know that they are. To me, this shows a sign of Nintendo taking this NES Classic Editions stuff more seriously. Before, it was like, oh, it's just gonna be a novelty product. It's just something to play off people who want a Nintendo product in their system, in their homes this holiday season, because the Switch is coming out in March. And it kind of brushed off the fact that this was actually going to be a thing for Nintendo. Then when they announced the Super NES Classic, everybody was like, wait, hold up. So you're telling me that we're not going to be able to get the Nintendo Classic Edition, and you're going to do the same thing with the Super Nintendo Classic Edition? And again, them coming out in the front light and just giving us information and talking to us is the greatest thing they could do. And they're basically saying, no, it's not going to be like the NES Classic, because we're going to have shipments, not only the doubling what we did for the original shipment. We're going to have more than the whole shipment on that launch day, and then we also going to be bringing it throughout to next year, 2018, which again, they said originally they announced that it was just going to be the calendar year. So them basically not clarifying, but going back on what they said, and was like, no, we made this decision that it was only going to be to 2018 and then stop. That was going to be the cutoff point, but now we actually want to bring it into 2018, and to me that is a great way to show fans that, we're not trying to, I don't want to say leave money on the table, because that's like exactly what they doing, and they making sure they ain't leaving no money on the table. They're going to squeeze that towel dry. They're going to make sure everyone gets one that wants to get one. And I want to see how GameStop is going to respond to this, because GameStop has been doing these bundles where, if you pre-order, you get the Zelda chess set, for $130, and it's like, you're paying like way more for the system than you actually want to. And I think this is a great way for Nintendo to combat that. Again, I want to see what companies like GameStop and ThinkGeek is going to do. I'm hyped. Again, I'm hyped that Nintendo is doing this. Let me know in the comment section below, what are your thoughts of Nintendo bringing more Super Nintendo Classic Editions than they ever did of the regular NES Classic Edition day one? Let me know what you think of the NES Classic Edition returning in stores in 2018. Do you think it's a bluff? Do you think it's just going to be still a little bit of shipments? Let me know in the comment section below, because that's my worry too. My worry too is that, yes, we're going to get more NES Classic Editions, but we're not going to see an abundance of it. We're not going to see a lot of it. It's still going to be in a limited quality, and I'm scared of that. I'm scared. I really am scared if they do make a return and it's just, again, a Scalpels game and people just buying a ton of them and selling it on eBay for $300. That would really suck. So let me know in the comment section below your thoughts. I'm Daddy Gamer Fred on Instagram and Twitter. Like always, you can bring the conversation there. I have posts up on it regarding these news information. You can jump in and chime in. I am the American Gamer in Switzerland right here on YouTube, and yes, I'm gonna be doing a ton of these Nintendo news update videos. The best way to catch them all is with a subscription, so please hit the subscribe button. Also hit the like button. It does help me out a ton as far as growing the channel is concerned. I'm gonna catch you guys on the next Nintendo news update video, which should be in a couple of days, because we do have a Nintendo Direct. And again, let me know in the comment section below, do you think they're gonna be talking about this in the Nintendo Direct? I kind of think they would like brush on it and be like, we got the NES Classic Edition coming, But I don't think they would take up a chunk of time. I do really, they would have said it, I think, because they did say they were gonna be talking about the 3DS and the 3DS and the Switch. And they didn't say that they were going to be talking about the Super Nintendo Classic Edition. And actually not much to say. And I think that's why this got released out of the chamber early, for this news could be, going up to the Direct, so that Nintendo could be the voice of the conversation as, going up to the Direct and getting this news that not going to be in the Direct out of the way. And to me, that's a pretty smart decision. I'm gonna see you guys on the next Nintendo news update video. Peace, and let's enjoy our Super Nintendo Classic Editions if we do get one, and hopefully next year we do get our hands on the NES Classic Edition. Peace.